Good morning. Welcome to the 5-element form. I'm Barbara and I'm going to be taking you through the first level. So come to standing on your mat, feet about hip width apart, and just take a moment to arrive in your body. So close your eyes and take 3 breaths in and out. Breathing in through the nose. Feel the body expand, and as you breathe out, feel the body sink down into the feet. Bring your awareness to the soles of the feet. Open the soles of the feet. And just allow your body to arrive right here, right now, in this moment. Let's begin. We start by honoring each of the elements. To do this, we raise the arms up, palms facing down to shoulder level. Turn the palms facing in, soften the elbows, open the arms out wide, reaching out through the fingertips, opening the chest. Turn the palms facing up, raise the arms up, bring the palms together, draw the palms down towards the heart center, and then release the hands back down by the sides. Repeating again, breathing in, raising the arms up, opening the arms, stretching out through the chest. Hello, Bodhi. Bring the palms together and then drawing the palms back down to the heart. Let's soften the knees and drop down as we release. Breathing in, raising the arms up, keep the knees soft and bent. Tuck the tailbone under slightly and open out through the spine. Reach out the arms, turn the palms up, bring the palms together above the crown. Hold the hands together, bringing them back down to the heart, and then releasing back down to the ground. So we're breathing in the strength, support, and stability of the earth. We're flowing like water as we open our arms and stretch out, reach wide, turn the palms up, expanding with air, connecting to Akasha or spirit, drawing that energy down through our center line to our heart, our fire, our true will's desire, and then releasing the hands back down. Couple more. Breathing in, reach the palms, reach the fingertips forward, so as if you're getting a stretch forward through those fingertips. Then turn the palms, soften the elbows, flow like water out through the palms, through the fingertips. Turn the palms up, raise the arms up, palms touch, bringing the hands back down to the heart, ready to start again. One more in your own time, nice and slowly, just to bring your own pace to the flow and really feeling each part of the movement. Making sure that you can rotate. What we're doing here is we're bringing our awareness down into our feet, into the arches of our feet. We're allowing the spine to strengthen and lengthen. We're also working strongly into the shoulders. And we're just bringing our mind's awareness to each and every part of the body as we slowly bring in these movements. Beautiful. Okay. So the next movement is wave the hands in the clouds. So for this one, we cross over at the wrists, we let the hands and fingers go limp and soft, raise the arms up, push the palms away, and take the hands back down. Beautiful. Cross the wrists in the opposite direction, float the arms up, push the palms away as the arms come down again. Again, crossing the wrists in the opposite direction. The elbows and the wrists are soft. We push the palms away as we come down. So here we're playing with the element of air. So imagine that you're flowing your hands out through a beautiful big white cloud. And we're allowing the body, the shoulders to open. We're keeping soft in our knees, keeping our center, core strong. Breathing in as we go up. Breathing out as we come down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Soft, flowing, gentle arms, opposite directions, opening the shoulders, increasing the range of motion in the shoulders. And just coming into a beautiful flowing movement. Element of air. Next we pause at the top and we're going to move our hands north and south through the clouds. So for this one, we're going to take our right hand forward and our left hand back, palm faces down. Turn the head and neck to look at that hand behind. Keep the arms moving. Turn the palms facing upwards as we come back up. So the knees keep facing in the forward direction. We're rotating gently at the hips. Breathing in as we come up. Breathing out as we lengthen the fingertips away from each other and really extend again through the shoulders and the chest. So we're opening up the heart center, stretching through the thoracic, getting a nice rotation through the spine, allowing that cerebral spinal fluid to start to activate and move through the thoracic spine, through the whole spine. Breathing in as we come up and breathing out as we come down, gently softening through the knees. So we're allowing ourselves to move with that gentle grace. We're developing that ability to move downwards gently and to elevate and rise with grace. Keep the breath flowing. And then just pause at the top, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. So this time the left hand starts to move forward and the right hand moves back behind you. Palms face down, and then turn the palms facing up, lengthening through the waist. This is beautiful for helping to narrow that waist, strengthen the spine, open the shoulders, develop more range of movement in the shoulders and the neck and the thoracic spine. Beautiful. When you finish that one, bring your palms together and bring your hands back down towards the heart. Here we're going to do what's called dove spreads its wings. So we're going to take the weight onto the right foot, raise up the other leg, and we're going to take that leg behind us into a lunge. So imagine that you're standing on train tracks so that you can establish your stability. This is best done, this whole form is best done outside. So if you're on the sand or on grass, sometimes you'll have some uneven ground. So it's really nice to make sure that you can maintain your stability for your balance. Okay, so feet are on train tracks. We're going to bend gently into that front knee, checking that it doesn't come forward of those front toes. And the movement, hips are squared to the front, as we're raising the arms up to shoulder height, turn the palms facing in, soften the elbows, open our wings. Pull the fingers back. You might feel that lovely nerve stretch through the palms and the arms when you do that. And then we're leaning forward, keeping that back heel and foot planted down into the ground. Bring the palms together and then bring the palms back towards the heart and then releasing down. Let's go again. So in front knees bent, raising the arms up, shoulders back and down. Palms roll in, elbows soften, open the arms. Exhale, bring the palms forward, lengthen, round out through the shoulders. So you're getting that opening through the back of the shoulders here, and then bringing the palms back towards our heart center, and then release, straightening that front knee. Breathing in, opening, exhaling, breathing in and release. So breathing in, it's a two-part inhalation. Breathing in, the second part. Exhale, release the hands forward, bring the hands back to the heart and release. And then we're going to take our weight onto that front leg and we're going to gently see if we can come forward, raise that knee up into a lovely little balance, and then take the foot back down. And now we're just going to roll the hips. So we're playing with the water element here, and we can start off really small. I want you to bring your mind's awareness down into the pelvic bowl, and imagine that your pelvis is a bowl with water in it, and you just want to roll that water around to the lip of the top of that bowl. So we start off with small movements and just bring our awareness into really rolling those hip joints. Imagine this is really good for getting the synovial fluid moving on the inside of that hip joint. And then we can start to take the hips out a little bit wider and roll around in just the same direction. Feel any sticky points that may be a bit tight, and you can just roll a little slower through those points, pushing the pelvis forward, to the side, back, around, and forward again. Breathing in and out. Nice big hip circles, little Elvis pelvis to start the morning, warming up those hips. And if you've done big circles and you want to come back to little ones, I really like doing the little ones. I feel like they get right into the gristly bits. Okay, and then let's balance out. Dove spreads its wings on the other side. So we have the left foot standing, raise up the right leg, and then step that leg back onto your train tracks. Bending into the front knee, we're going to raise the arms up. Now there's a beautiful mantra that goes with this movement, which I'll do for the next one. And release. Beautiful. And we want to do this, say this to ourselves first before anybody else. It says, I want to join with you. I want to open my heart and give you everything without expectation or, what is it? Conditions. Okay, I want us to do that one again. I want to join with you. I want to open my heart and give you everything without expectations. I want to give you all my love without conditions, with honor and respect for my love, and with the strength to develop that love. I want to join with you. I want to open my heart without expectations, give you all my love without condition, from a place of respect and honor, and developing the strength to build up that love. Last one. I want to join with you. I want to open my heart to you and give you everything from a place of respect and honor and strength. Great. Okay, so let's lift up that other leg. Hold for a mini balance. Place the foot down. And now we're going to take the hips in the opposite direction. So I hope you paid attention to which way you were going the first time. Okay. So hips are moving round. Get them nice and loose. Feeling where any tightness might be. Breathing. Make sure you keep the breath flowing through the body. Next movement, we're going to reach up. So this is really good again for toning the spine and helping with narrowing the waist, strengthening the waist. So we're reaching up, and it's as if we're holding on to a, I don't know if you can see my hands there, but I've got my hands like in a little curve, as if we're holding onto the top of a big wheel. Now before we begin this, I want you to screw your feet into the ground. So I just want you to rotate them so that your feet and ankles and knees are locked in, that your pelvis is wrapping around behind you, and that your tailbone's tucked under slightly, and that you can lift up. Okay, so you're really stabilizing strength and support from the ground up. That earth element is moving up through the body, giving us that strength and support. Holding on to this wheel, we're going to pull this wheel down as we stretch through the side of the body. taking that wheel all the way down, and the wheel's going around the other side, and we're pulling the wheel all the way back up. So breathing out as we come down. Chin tucks in, take the arms across the body, pull the wheel up. Beautiful. So we're lengthening from the outside of that foot, creating a bend through the body, stretching out through the sides of the body, those obliques, pulling that wheel down. Stretches and opens up the rib cage. We're creating symmetry in the torso through this movement. It's also strengthening and toning the waist. And we're developing flexibility in our spine. All right, so then let's pause at the top, and then we're going to take the wheel in the opposite direction. I always find one side's a little stiffer than the other, so it's nice to watch that. Good to just check in and just see what's happening in the body. Just being very gentle, listening to your body, listening to any areas that might be a little sore, and backing off. Any of these movements are not about hurting yourself ever. It's about listening and learning and understanding where the tight spots are and watching that. And then the more you play with these sorts of forms, then you might start realizing that, oh, that's not quite as tight as what it used to be. And everything changes. Everything's constantly changing. Okay, so then with the hands above, we're going to turn the palms around and bring them to just hanging out just here by your side. And I want you to imagine that you've got 2 bowls of milk, like a cat. We don't want to spill them. Okay, so now softening your knees, we're going to come into the spiraling hands. Spiral bowls. So for this one, we breathe out and we bring our hands forward. We take our hands out to the side, turn the palms and the wrists, take the hands around behind us, and then flow them through. So any guesses for what element we're playing with here? What creates the eddies in the stream? This is what the movement that we're reflecting, where it's coming from. So this is playing with the element of water as we begin to really find our flow. And don't worry if you can't find this straight away. What we're also doing is we're activating the left and the right side of the brain. We're developing what we call neuroplasticity, which helps to expand and connect and build new synapses in the brain. So some of these playful exercises or movements, that's what this is about. It's about finding our way to play. Don't be hard on yourself. We don't need to be. We can just keep playing. So if you get stuck, come back to the beginning, pause, and then just start again and see if you can find that movement. And some of us, I've been recovering from a frozen shoulder for the last 12 months, so this is actually really good for me. And it's just takes time to get everything moving again. Body is constantly going through its own movement. So if you're feeling restricted or tight in any way, just go with that. Be where you're at and accept that. And then watch what happens is the more you get to give it attention and play and be forgiving for yourself. So now while we can move forward in that position, we also need to be able to move backwards, because this is our ability to move through any position in any given moment in time. These are the skills that we're developing, practicing. So we're going to take this backwards now. So again, we're holding the palms by our sides, relaxing the shoulders, breathing in. As we breathe out, we take the hands back behind us. So again, we can feel this range of motion really working into the shoulders. We're stretching out through the rib cage, the upper back, developing fluidity and elasticity into our spines. Okay, so now just to give us our next little step of trickiness, we take our non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start with my left. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to take that hand first, followed by the other hand. Now this usually ends up looking like some kind of a Thai dance, so just have fun with it and flow and just see where your body can go. You can bring your hips, your body, you can crouch down, you can just really play and move and see what your body can express. Breathing, have fun with it, play, 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 play. This is what it's all about, lightening our minds, lightening our bodies so that we can move through life with ease and grace, feeling supported, feeling light, feeling connected. That's what it's all about. Okay, beautiful. Well, that was fun. So now we're going to come into the next one, is called Flying Goose. Oh. Next one's called Flying Goose. So we begin by taking the back of the hands together, and then we bend the knees, and we come down into a squat and give ourselves a hug. Roll up through the vertebrae, bring the back of the hands together, come down into a squat. Try and keep the knees facing forward and even if you can, but just take the feet wider if you find it difficult to come down, and you do not need to come down at all. If just coming for a gentle hug is as far as you can come today, stay with that. So there's always modifications for every movement, but we want to try and just bring that energy into the back of the spine so that we're creating a nice rolling up through the vertebrae, opening up, creating space, crossing the arms in the opposite direction each time, breathing in as we come up, breathing out as we come down, breathing in and out. Beautiful. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called Waving the Hands in the Clouds. Okay, so we begin as if we've got a pole that we've got one hand on, and we keep this front hand just about our nose level, and the second one's at our belly, and it's as if we're holding this pole in front of us. So we soften the knees again and just tuck the tailbone under, and we are turning to the side where the top hand is the dominant hand. So we're going to keep our gaze point towards this top finger, and we're twisting. So keeping the knees, hips and knees towards the front, and just seeing if we can get a nice twist in the spine while we're holding this pole in position. And as we turn, we exhale, keeping our eyes onto that top hand, twisting all the way around the opposite direction, and then we swap hands again. So we're using the left hand now, and we're bringing that hand across the body, twisting through the spine. Turn the head, neck and eyes only as far as is comfortable for you. No pressure, no stress, no strain. Just allowing yourself to find your flowing movement and just exploring how that movement feels for you. Exhale as we come round into the twist. Inhale as we come forward, and then exhale. So moving the hands again through those clouds. Great. So the next movement is actually called scooping water from the lake. So we begin by bringing the hands up towards our heart, taking the weight onto one leg, taking the other leg back. We're coming into our lunge. And we start by raising the arms forward, scooping up from the lake, taking the arms back. So we've got a gentle back bend here. Take the hands behind the body as best as we can, lifting up the chin, keeping the shoulders back and down the spine, and then we release the hands back down, straightening into that front leg. So scooping the water from the lake, scooping the water up, lifting up, lengthening through the front side of the body, taking the hands down behind, opening into that gentle back bend. Just take it as far as is comfortable for you, straightening that leg and releasing the hands back down. Breathing in, scooping, releasing the hands back down, and we'll do one more. So this is stretching the front of the body, strengthening those back muscles, and just taking it as far as is comfortable for you today until we improve bit by bit. Okay, so taking the leg up into our little balance and coming back down. So this next one, not sure if you can see my feet, so I might just describe it with my hands. What we're going to do is we're actually rolling. It's called the dance of infinity. And we're going to roll, use your feet, look at your feet. You're rolling from your heel to your toe, to your opposite heel, to toe, opposite heel, to toe. So it's like we're drawing a figure 8 with the spine of our foot. So rolling the heel to the toe, opposite heel to toe. And then eventually I want you to just have the feet where you're just creating the pressure through the feet and not actually lifting them. And then you'll notice that once you get the foot motion happening, then the knees want to come in, and then the hips want to come in. So we're creating this figure 8 through the body, but it's starting from the feet. And then eventually the movement in the arms comes from the feet, and we can start to push our hands across the body, but only once it comes up from the feet. If your arms are moving because your brain's telling them to, then we're not doing it properly. So this is one of those movements that's lovely, good one to practice when you're washing the dishes or hanging out the washing, because it's all about building that connection from the feet to the shoulders, because they're all connected. So we breathe in as we come up and breathe out as we wash the dross away. Anything in our lives that we're ready to clean the screen from. This is a great movement, and I reckon I could get away with doing this one on the dance floor. Breathing. Oy, nice and slowly. Beautiful. Okay, so let's balance out the other side. So it's taking the weight onto one leg, lifting up that other knee, taking the leg back into our lunge. We're going to scoop from the lake. So scooping the arms forward, lifting the hands up, pouring that head over ourselves, blessing ourselves, and then straightening that front leg and releasing back down. So breathing in, lifting up, and release. Breathing in, and release. Okay, we'll do one more. Breathing in, taking the weight onto that front knee, bringing that knee up, coming back down. Now we know how to do that from heel to toe, but now we're going to see if we can do that backwards. So we're going from toe to heel. So we're going toe to heel, to opposite toe to heel, opposite toe to heel, drawing that infinity sign. coming backwards. And then softening into that flow. So keep the legs nice and soft. You don't want any hard or strong muscles or tension being built. We're aiming to develop that flow up through the knees, up through the hips. Feel it moving up through the ribs, the shoulders. And then again, the arms are coming across the body. Feels really good in the body when we can soften and flow. See if you can get these dance movements happening to some good music later. Might be a good way to help to loosen up everything. Okay, beautiful. So the next movement that we're going to do is we are going to dance under the rainbow. So we begin by bringing our hands together with our fingers like interlaced, but just in front of each other, like laying on top of each other. So we're not gripping our hands, we're just laying the fingers in between each other. And we're going to relax our shoulders down, take our hands up above our head, tuck the tailbone under, soften the knees, and as we exhale, we're just going to lean over to one side and see if you can push that hip out so you're getting like a banana bend through the side of the body. Breathe in as we come up, and then exhale through the other side and give it a gentle push out to the side. So you're getting a lovely bend through the whole side of the body there. We're really starting to tone into our waist, stretch out through our ribs, create space in our lung capacity. Keep breathing, opening up through the whole side of the body, dancing under our rainbow. So on the left, we're dropping into the spleen, and on the right, we're dropping into the liver. So we're squeezing into all those organs and giving them a good pulse of blood and nourishment, nurturing and nourishing all our organs. Okay, coming back to the top, and the next one we're going to row our boat. So we want to take our thumbs on the inside of our little fists, and we're going to grab hold of our oars, and we're going to reach our oars forward and down. So this is really helping us to develop that squat movement as well. Bringing the arms up, breathing out as we come forward and down. So pushing down through the feet to lift the body up. We're rowing our boat out to the middle of the lake. Shoulders come back as we go up. Reaching forward with those oars. Breathing out as we come down. And now we've rowed all the way back out to the middle of the lake. What do we have to do next? We have to row back to shore. So we're going to take the arms back and row forward and pulling back. Great for the shoulders again, for the chest, for the legs. We're pumping and getting the lymphatics moving through the body now. Keeping everything moving. So a lot of this form is about creativity and play. Gorgeous. Okay, so now the next one is we're going to watch the moon. Again with our hands, we're creating a little pocket with our fingers just one on top of the other. We raise the arms up, and this time we twist the body and drop the right elbow down, or left elbow if you're going in that direction. Okay, so we're imagining that we're tracing an M shape, M for moon, We lift the arms up with that front elbow. It goes down through the middle of the M, coming back up and then down on the other side. So it's just gentle with this one. It's going to open up this back and the spine. We're breathing in as we come up. We're tracing the M down through the center, lifting up, twisting and dropping back down behind. So watching our moon wax and wane. Coming down through the center, full moon out on one side, coming up through the middle, dropping down through the center, opening up and down. So lots of toning through the shoulders, through the ribs, through the spine, bringing that fluid again, that much needed fluid in through our spine. Beautiful. Okay, so then the next one is we're bringing our hands together in front of our heart. This is our last lunge for the day. We're going to take the weight onto one leg, lift up the other leg, come back into our lunge on our train tracks, feeling nice and grounded and stable. And this one's called playing with the waves. So we raise the arms up, drop the hands behind, and then as we exhale, we're going to separate the hands, and as if we're painting the face of a wave, we're going to take the hands all the way through. Drop the head, let the hands come back to the back of the mat. If you have trouble with your balance, keep your face facing forward and focus on one spot. We're going to bring the back of the hands together, bring the hands up, ready to start again. Oops, I've done a little bit of a mistake with that. We're going to take the hands forward, take the hands all the way through, and then we take the hands back up again, and then we press down for the second wave. And then bring the hands back up, coming into a gentle back bend. So here, make sure that you're lifting up through the front of the body, lifting the chest, and only go back as this far. If this is as far as you can go today, stay there. We can just work with wherever we're at. We can just paint and play and just get used to the idea of moving in that direction. So yoga really is never about comparison. It's always about accepting yourself exactly where you are and just being able to play in that space and see what happens if you keep playing and moving, bringing yourself back to the mat, giving yourself the gift of movement. So I'm a bit all over the place with this one. I've just realized I'm not doing the two waves. It's supposed to be two waves in this one. So the proper one for your benefit is to start with the upper back bend, paint the wave, come all the way through, come back up, and then paint the wave a second time. Bring the hands back up through, back of the hands together, hands behind, and then painting the wave. Painting the wave a second time. And then bringing the hands up, and then let's bring ourselves back to center. So coming up for a mini balance and then coming back down. Okay, so for this next one, it's called Archer Draws His Bow. So we're going to start with the hands by our sides. Again, just tuck the tailbone under, screw the feet down into the ground so that you can really feel your feet, the inner arches of the feet are active and working, and the hips are moving forward slightly. So arms, palms out by the side, we're raising the arms up, and then we're dropping one arm hand towards the elbow, and then we're peeling open the bow and the arrow. So the shoulders are opening, the elbows are opening, the wrists are opening. We're turning the head, neck and eyes. Turn the palms to the ground. The gaze looks out along in the direction that you're going. And then we release the hands back down, ready for the next one in the opposite way. Raising the arms up, we drop the arrow down, ready for our bow. Opening our shoulders, opening out through our elbows, our wrists, and gazing along through that finger. And releasing. Let's do a couple more. Raising the arms up, Opening, opening, so it's a slow compartmental movement. So we start by raising the elbows up, dropping the hand to the elbow, open the shoulders first, then the elbows, then the wrists, turn the palms down, and then the fingertips, palms and fingertips. Beautiful. So let's balance out the waves on the other side, and let's see if I can do it right this time. So raising up that knee, taking the leg back, and the sun's coming out. Okay, so beginning with waving the hands, hands through the waves, playing with the waves. So raising the arms up, and let's paint the face of that wave all the way down, lengthen through the body, take the head to look back behind you. Raising back up and painting that face of the wave again. I always imagine a beautiful dark blue wave. You might have turquoise, you might have crystal white, you can play with whatever color you're imagining. Taking the hands down, through, and then painting that wave again. Rounding out through the spine as you come up, lifting up, having a nice stretch through the front of the body. So this is probably the strongest movement of the entire sequence. Taking the hands back, and then painting the waves again. Bringing the back of the hands together. Opening up through the front of the body. Last one, painting the face of the waves. Hands go back, spine lengthens. Hands come up again, painting your second wave. Always get a second chance for a good wave. And then coming back to the heart center. And let's come back up with that front leg and releasing the hand back down. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called pull silken thread. So I want you to imagine you've got a thread through the top of your hand that's joined to, top of your knee that's joined to your wrist. So we take the weight onto one leg, and as we breathe in, we lift the knee with the wrist, and then we exhale, placing that foot gently back down. We come over to the other side. So it's very soft and graceful movements. We're lifting the opposite hand and knee and floating them back down. So this is really helping to increase your ability to balance on one leg. It's also helping to bring symmetry of movement. Again, it's that left and right side of the brain. It increases our ability to synchronize our movements with our opposite limbs, and we're strengthening our hips. So we might lift tall as we come up and then coming down. Lifting tall, feeling it in our hips, and then coming down. Beautiful. And then we come into Shiva, is uniting the sun and the moon. So again, just having our feet hip width apart, pressing down through the soles of our feet, rotating our feet away so that we're really anchoring into our body from our hips. And we're visualizing that we're holding the moon at the base. We're coming up through all our chakras to meet with our sun, and then we soften and marry the sun to our moon in our base. Repeating, drawing the energy up through the body, all of the lights turning on. Imagine the beautiful elements. The sun is marrying our moon. In men and women, we're all part of the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And here is our opportunity to play with merging those two energies, Shiva and Shakti, yin and yang. All our opposites are true. We're bringing that all into balance. Beautiful. And then finally, we're going to honor each of the elements just to wrap up this whole practice that we've done today. So we start by placing our palms onto our thighs, drawing the energy up, tracing over our body, taking our hands over our head, down through the front of our body, down into our lower belly. And here we're activating the energy of earth. So we're connecting into our physical body, our blood and our bones and our bone marrow, the support that this container that's carrying our soul this time round. Our connection to earth, our trees, the strength, support. Next, we're playing with the element of water. So we're closing out the fluidity and grace, our ability to move through life with ease. Just below the belly. So this is for all the fluids in the body, the blood, the lymph, our ability to move in and around obstacles in our life, metaphysically. And then the element of fire. So this is the heat in our body, activating the ability to burn up, to digest, to come into our solar plexus. This is our energy that we project and express out into the world. It's our fire, our drive, our will, our personal desire. And then releasing our hands onto our thighs, tracing up over the body again, coming to the element of air in our heart and in our lungs, our inspiration and our expiration. And then coming to an element of Akasha, or spirit, God, whatever you wish to, whatever terms work for you. And this is held in our throat, that we may speak our truth, be connected to our higher guidance system, and move through our life with all of the elements connected as part of nature and all as one. And then we're going to open our palms out to the side, and we're going to try and incite a yawn. So opening the mouth and breathing in. So this final movement, this final yawn, is about bringing prana or life force back in through the channels of the body. And then to final, I'm going to teach you just one little practice which is great for expelling any energy or toxins from the body. So you're allowed to laugh. What we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to stick our tongue all the way out and look up towards our third eye. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? So it goes like this, breathing in. Breathing in. Last one. Namaste.